Hi everyone, welcome to Lipstick on a Rig. Today we're going to be making this quick and easy little flower. For this project, I'm going to be using size 4 medium weight acrylic yarn. I'm also going to be using a size F or 5 crochet hook. And if you don't have a crochet hook of this exact size, that's fine, just get as close as you can. And in case you're interested, I will also link to my multicolored flower in the description, and the link should also be right up here. And we're going to start this flower pattern off with a magic circle. And if you're unfamiliar with any of the stitches used in this pattern, please check the links in the description because I have my stitch tutorials listed there. And once you have your magic circle in place, go ahead and place 8 single crochets inside of it. Once you've placed your 8 single crochets, we're just going to slip stitch into that first single crochet there. From here, we're going to turn this over so that we can see the back of this. And you see these little loops right here? What we're going to do is we're going to place 1 slip stitch in each of these small loops in the back. And these might be a little bit tight, so just be patient as you pull them up to place your slip stitches. And sometimes I find it helpful to hook the loop like this, and that kind of helps loosen it so I can place my slip stitch in there. So go ahead and place your 8 slip stitches in these back little loop areas back here, sort of like a back bump. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to place a slip stitch in the first stitch right here, but we're only going to place it in the front loop, so right there. So go ahead and insert your crochet hook in that front loop, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through for a slip stitch. And in this exact same loop, go ahead and add 2 double crochets and then another slip stitch. And what this does is it creates a petal. And then we're adding the slip stitch. And so there we've created our first petal. So now inserting your crochet hook in the front loop only of our next slip stitch, so make sure that you're not crocheting in this first row, but you're in the actual second row there. You're going to place your slip stitch, your 2 double crochets, and the additional slip stitch. And that is your pattern for the entire row. In each stitch, you're going to place 1 slip stitch, 2 double crochets, and then a slip stitch. So go ahead and do that for all of the stitches in your row, and make sure that you're only working in the front loops for these. And when it comes to your very last slip stitch of your last petal, you're going to want to place that in the front loop of this slip stitch here. So not your current stitch, but the front loop of your next stitch where you placed your slip stitch. So from here, we're going to look at the back one more time. And what we're going to do is we're going to place petal stitches in these little tiny loops right here that are between these petals. So we're going to begin with this first loop right here in between these 2 petals. And it might be a little bit hard to see, but it's actually right there. So I loosened it up a little bit with my crochet hook. So now what I want you to do is just insert your crochet hook in that first loop in between these 2 petals right here and place a slip stitch. Then you're going to place 3 double crochets and 1 slip stitch in this same exact loop. And you've created one of your larger petals there. And working in this next loop between your petals, you're going to place 1 slip stitch, 3 double crochets, and another slip stitch. And you're just going to want to follow that pattern going all the way around your row. And when it comes to the last slip stitch of your last petal, you're going to want to place that in your first slip stitch right here. And from here, you're just going to want to cut and tie off your yarn. And when you get done, your flower should look something like this. And I just drew this top tail down a little bit so that I can easily attach this to my next project. Please let me know in the comments below if you experienced any issues while you were trying to make this flower, and I will do my best to help you out. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, Lipstick on a Rig. Thank you so much for working with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, awesome day.